but that my topic actually has a lot to do with people's tastes and preferences, okay? But if your student's English is not that good, and when it comes to the first lesson in Yuandong or the first lesson in Longtan, somehow the first lesson always is about English in child's play, English connecting you to the world. You can ask them to do some impromptu speech, okay? Like for example, okay, like a very simple thing. For example, you can say, okay, how do you learn your English? And then ask them to come to the front. Everyone, it's impossible for them to come to the front at the same time because of the time, right? So you can ask them to do the practices in their group first, okay? So this is what I have been doing, okay? And then for the debate, you may say, Joe, it's too difficult. Joe, it's too difficult. Debate. I'm going to show you how, not the lower achievers, how average or the intermediate learners use a debate in their language classrooms, okay? Or in my language classrooms. There's a lesson from Simon, right? Men are from Mars and women are from Venus, right? And then somehow in Longtan, there's also a lesson about gender differences, right? For example, what sex is your brain? Something like that, right? And there's a lesson about cloning. Remember? Cloning, right? So in that case, you can ask them to do a debate like this, okay? But how do you force them to do a debate? Okay. It's about debate activity. So my topic is like this. Debate about the question of whether men and women are truly equal. Okay, are truly equal. Okay, and then I divide it into 3 parts. Affirmative and negative constructive. They are going to give speeches. However, they are from different sides. Okay? And then they are going to talk for 1 minute. But there may be 4 to 5 groups in each row, remember? So it's very simple. It's very simple. The first person sitting at the beginning of the row will be responsible for introduction. So there are some usage and expressions they can use for their topic, right? Okay. Or you see some people are responsible for the affirmative side, some people are responsible for the negative side. So for the affirmative side, I want them to use the language in this section. And then for those people who are in the negative side, they are supposed to use disagreeing, this section, okay? And then later, there are supposed to be 3 people responsible for the body. For example, they will say third, second, third, last, something like that. But they're supposed to use 3 to 4 sentences because they can copy the arguments and also examples. I asked them to use the transitional words right here. For example, for instance, namely, specifically, and also to illustrate, okay? You have to teach them first, otherwise they don't know how to do this. Okay, and then the last person will be responsible for the conclusion, okay? And then they should say thank you. Summarize the position and say thank you. Okay, I will show you how to do this. Okay, this one.
Opinion. Women can have a higher position, but now women can get better position than men. And women even play an important.
They are responsible for the affirmative side. So I said, okay, debate, topic, and then gender symposium. Men and women are different, and then they are positive sides and negative sides. And then men and women are different in the workplace, in school, and also in society, and also at home. I asked them to do a debate, okay, a small debate. Just try to offer some convincing arguments, okay? Some convincing arguments. I don't want them to do the cross-examination, 提问. I don't want them to do the cross-examination because that will be too difficult for them, okay? Because they don't want to get into some fight. They don't want to bicker over some arguments, okay? So this is the affirmative side.
Important role in
So this is the introduction.
So I think men and women are truly equal in the.
This is the first argument. Okay. Okay, very good. Okay, group 4. Group 4. Go to the front. Group 4. I will always rush them to go to the front. So group 1 will fight with group 4. Men and women are not truly equal. Yeah, go to the front now. Because I'm very pushy, I'm sorry. Okay. I like to push my students to do that. By the way, speak out loud so we can hear you. Yeah, group 1, you did a good job. Excellent. Sometimes you need some encouragement, okay? Yeah, out loud. I want to hear you.
I don't think that men and women are truly equal.
Oh. See, did you hear that? I don't think blah blah. And then I would say, oh my goodness, oh, he is trying to fight against the first group's, ideas, right? Oh.
No, the knowledge is very perfect. There are still some equalities between men and women equal men. First, to a certain degree, men are considered suitable for harder work.
To start with. And then she might not know that word. She might find some help from the other guy. Okay, standing next to her, right? Okay. So basically, this is 5. Go there and. So basically, this is how a debate is supposed to be. Okay, moving on. Okay. So we have the one more time introduction, the first argument, the second argument, the third argument, and then the conclusion.
But in fact, some boys are weak like girls, and the result is very important to us. Well, to summarize, above all the ideas, example and instance, to the best of my knowledge, statistics is still very obvious, so I think in school, not only the school, in the whole society, the men and the women are still very unequal. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Okay, very good. Give them a big round. Okay, thank you. So this is how they do a debate, okay, without the interference of a cross-examination. It's for you. I'm not so sure whether you want to use that. You can just pick 1 or 2 activities, okay? Understand? It's still up to you, okay? Okay, sorry. Okay? And then, when it comes to, for example, we have the debate, right? And then we have the next one. I want to show you this one first. So I talk about Toastmasters, debate, and also skit. Skit, I talk about, for example, the skit about the festivals, right? About Christmas, right? So I don't want to talk about this. And role play, everyone knows about role play, theater games, everyone knows that. But I want to talk about this. Press conference. The woman behind Harry Potter. And also hot seats. Hot seats. Hot sex is your brain. I want to talk about the 2 activities I did in my classroom. What do you mean by the press conference? Okay, I want one of my students to serve as the coordinator. I want to draw lots. To choose who is going to play J.K. Rowling. There may be many J.K. Rowlings. So after teaching this lesson, you can ask those people to serve as J.K. Rowlings. And then they should be sitting in front of the other students. And then the other students, they will form different groups. But they are supposed to serve the role of reporters, journalists. You got it. Understand? They are supposed to ask them questions. And I tell them, once you can beat them with your questions, I will give you a bonus grade. I'll give you a bonus point. And then some of them will really ask some details about, for example, in what year were you born? Something like that, which lots of people may not pay attention to, understand? But those people cannot bring their textbooks, understand? So this is about a review of the whole lessons, okay? To help people to review the whole lessons, right? So you can use the woman behind Harry Potter, okay, as an illustration of this kind of test, right? Press conference. You can also use this for Anne Lee. In long-term version, there is a lesson about Anne Lee. Remember Anne Lee, right? You can also ask so many people to play the roles of Anne Lee. And in that lesson, there are so many details about which university he went to, and then when his parents came to Taiwan. The students love it because they like some challenges. Once you can beat them, they will get some bonus points, or what they can